Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Danny Milivojevic. I am the James Bond of Growth. You can find me at GrowthCoach007 on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and Facebook page. Today's topic is why financial IQ? Why do you need financial IQ? What is financial IQ? How do you find financial IQ? How do you learn financial IQ? Everything about financial IQ. Alright, so basically financial IQ is your ability to keep your money for longer and longer periods of time. So financial IQ has got everything to do with finances, how to make money, how to earn money, where to invest your money, what expenses to cut in your life to make your life much better, how to have money so you can become richer in the financial aspects of life. How do you get money? Well, basically you have to learn financial IQ. Who can you go for financial IQ? Alright, so the person that I go to is Robert Kiyosaki. This guy has written the best-selling book over 10 years now, and he's one of my mentors, and he can basically teach you through his books financial intelligence. That's what he teaches. He can basically teach you how to earn money, what to save, where to invest your money, how much to save, everything about taxes, accounting, financial advisors, about the economy of different countries, about statistics in the financial areas. And this guy can basically just lead you into happiness, into further development, and also he can expand your context in the financial area. The important reason to read financial IQ is because it's going to help you so much in terms of helping your family, in terms of helping your friends, whatever, just so you have money on you. So it's always important to boost your financial knowledge so that you can eventually become financially free, so that you can travel the world, so you can build your business, so you can become healthier, so you can do whatever you want. Because without financial freedom, without money, you cannot succeed. There is no success without money. With that said, Robert Kiyosaki is one of the guys that I go to. You can go on audible.com and read his books in the audio formats, which I do. I only read through audio books. You can also read his ebooks. If you like physical reading, you can grab his physical ebooks and also his paper form. Meanwhile, a person who doesn't read financial IQ is basically a person who is going to retire without money. And basically, if the person is not reading today financial IQ and boosting their knowledge in the tax area of their life and how to become a business owner and an investor, as Robert Kiyosaki explains, he says there are 4 types of people. There is an employee, there is a self-employed person, there is an investor, and there is a business owner. And he's got a book called The Business Quadrant, which says you want to be on the right side of the spectrum. You want to be in the business and investor side. You want to be able to basically own your own business and also be an investor, making money and being happy. But there is a lot more that goes into it. You can't just invest. You have to know where to invest. You have to know who to learn from. You have to know how you are spending your money. You have to be able to consciously spend your money. So this is what financial IQ can help you with. It can basically help you with your financial management, increasing your confidence in terms of making money, in terms of earning it, in terms of setting up your kids' lives for generations to come, your family for generations. And it can help you grow as a person. Financial IQ has got everything to do with numbers. It's got everything to do with the mind. You can never think of finances in terms of in terms of feelings. You have to be able to see money with your mind instead of with your eyes. A person who doesn't read financial IQ is basically a person who is going nowhere in life, spends their money on things they don't need, has no money in their savings account, has no money at all, is always broke, always asking other people for money. They're usually gamblers, they're people who gamble. These people have no financial IQs. But the more you can build your financial IQ and finance wisdom, is the more that you can succeed in life through finances. I highly suggest you guys read Financial IQ from Robert Kiyosaki, or you can go to Grant Cardone, who is also a person that you can learn from in terms of real estate, in terms of financial IQ. Financial IQ is real estate, so Robert Kiyosaki teaches the same thing. He can teach you to go into real estate because that's where all the rich people are. 80% of the world right now who is rich is in real estate. There are only 36 million people in the world who are right now a millionaire. 80% of them are in real estate. So that's something to take into account for the future. If you are not reading Financial IQ every single day until you become financially free, then you are basically lagging your financial freedom. You need to be able to read Financial Freedom from Grant Cardone. He can teach you a lot about financial IQ, which is money. He can teach you how to earn money, what to do with money, where to invest it. And these two guys are the go-to guys that I go to, and I've been listening to them for 3 years now, 4 years now. I trust them completely. Guys, honestly, financial IQ is the best thing right now for you. There is nothing in the world greater than financial freedom. A person who can succeed, be independent, be emotionally independent, financially independent, is a person who can go into interdependence. So basically, that's a person who has a business of their own with employees, or is a person who basically helps the government through affordable housing, gets people from the streets into housing, and then he gets a tax break where that person earns a lot of money without paying taxes. As you may know, the world today is paying taxes, and they spend 20 years of their life just paying taxes. And that's what Robert Kiyosaki says. He says the average person in the world, in every country, is spending 20 years of their life, throughout their whole life, just paying taxes. So if you learn more about taxes, if you learn more about financial IQ, you can work less for taxes and have more time to do the things you want with your family or for yourself. Financial IQ is very important for the person to be able to expand their mind so that they can eventually help themselves, so that they can go out and help other people. See, with financial IQ, if you don't have financial IQ, you have no money. Robert Kiyosaki has said that the average person in America, and there is 350 million people in America in 2019, and he says the average person in America, or 46% of America, has the financial IQ of 400 USD. So $400, American dollars. So it's really important that guys and women read Financial IQ so that you can become much more aware with your mind about money, because what you have been taught in your life has been negative about money. If your family isn't rich right now, if your family isn't a millionaire, if no one in your family has reached $1 million, you have to read from people who have the $1 million. You have to read from people who can get you to the $1 million if that's what you want to achieve. I'm hoping that you are watching this video because you want to be a millionaire. That's why you need to read Robert Kiyosaki's books and Grant Cardone's books so that you can further expand your financial knowledge so that you can go out and do the things that really matter. If you are someone who needs help in the financial areas, I highly suggest that you start reading daily in Financial IQ until you become financially free. I suggest that you read audiobook format so that when you are doing exercise, when you are walking, when you are having a bath, when you are doing something that you can read on the way and that you can also boost your financial IQ. Financial IQ is very important because without money, what are you going to do? What are you going to do without money? You cannot do anything without money today. You cannot succeed without money. You cannot have a family without money. You cannot do anything. You cannot go anywhere. You cannot be the person who you want to be. It's very important for the person to be able to expand their context, which is reality. You need to expand your reality so that you can become much more confident in yourself. Money can bring you confidence. The more of it you have, the better for you. It's better to have more money than less money. Would you agree? It's always better to have money than not to have money. So whatever you have been taught in your life about money is not the truth, because obviously you are not a millionaire yet. So you need to read Financial IQ until you become financially free. Also, Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone, they teach real estate and will also be able to help you to boost your real estate skills so that you can go out and purchase apartments with the bank's money, which is OPM. So when you use OPM, which is other people's money, that's how you get rich. A rich person today doesn't need money to get rich. All they need is courage. And that's what Grant Cardone and Robert Kiyosaki teach. It doesn't take money to make money. It takes courage to make money. So you need more courage. You need to be able to step up out of your comfort zone, and you need to get into the reading section, and you need to expand your mind on the world about finance. You need to know all the most updated information about finance so that you can go out and be all you can be. See, when you know about finance and when you learn finance, you'll find that you will love finance. Finance is basically emotional intelligence. It's basically expanding your context, it's basically expanding your mind to the world of money. But with EQ, what it does is the more you can be financially independent, the more you can go with your mind about what you really want to do. In terms of EQ, think more with money with IQ. Think more with your head for money. When you are handling money, don't just spend out of emotions. Don't spend out of EQ. Don't spend from your feelings. Never spend money with your feelings. When you are spending something, make sure you plan it out. Why am I spending this certain amount on this? What does this thing that I'm buying going to do for me right now? So never ever spend money without consciously thinking first why you are spending that money. What's it going to bring to you? Do you really need what you're purchasing? Because many people are purchasing things like Gary Vaynerchuk says. People are purchasing cars, Porsches, Mercedes-Benz, clothes, all these types of objects for people they don't even like. So they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. They're trying to keep up with what everyone else is doing. See, that's the definition of failure. You don't want to keep up with what everyone else is doing. You want to go your own separate path. You don't want to go with the crowd. You want to go on your own journey. Never keep up with what the world is doing in terms of Joneses, in terms of what's cool today in the world of clubbing and in the world of drugs and all that kind of stuff. You want to be able to go your own separate path so that you can read from those who really inspire you so that you can boost your success and so that you can get ahead and have the ultimate edge, as Robert Kiyosaki says, and also Tony Robbins. I promise you, if you read Financial IQ for the next 10 years, I promise you're going to have much more money in your pocket. You're going to be able to save a lot of money, but also invest it in the right places. See, it's better to invest and know where you are investing, because if you are not consciously spending your money, then you have a problem. Because a person who doesn't consciously spend their money, and by that I mean if you don't have like a spending tracker on your phone, so whenever you are spending something, that you write it down what you spent your money on, then you are basically going to be lost in the world of finance. You're going to be lost in the world of financial freedom and financial management, because people who are financially free are consciously aware of where they spend their money. So you have to be able to consciously spend your money so that you can become financially free and so that you can boost your financial IQ. See, the world around you is designed to take that money that you have from you so that you become broke. You've been taught lies about what money is all about. And that's why you need to read from Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone, because these guys can really help dig into your mind and take out those negative beliefs that you've been taught by your family or friends or the community around you about money, so that you can twist that into richer and more abundant thoughts so that you can eventually earn more money in the long run. It's very important that you do earn money and that you start thinking that money is the best thing in the world. Look at this. Imagine this. This is Australian dollars. Australian dollars right here. This is money right here. This is like a few $100, right? This is energy. The more of it, the more of this money that you have with you, the more of this money that you have with you is the more energy you bring along to the table. If you have no money, you have no energy unless you are healthy. See, I'm a vegan and I'm a person who basically, I make my meal plans and I try to expand my life for the long run so that I live longer. See, that's why I became vegan. I became vegan for health reasons, but that's what gives me energy during the day. But also my body. My body is a source of energy as well, as Tony Robbins says. Where I'm going with this is, when you bring money with you somewhere, you automatically have more energy with you. If you bring $1,000 with you in your wallet and you walk with it, and you keep that $1,000 with you for 2-3 months, and you sleep with $1,000 right next to you, guess what? When you sleep during the night, your mind is saying, hold $1,000, hold $1,000, hold $1,000. Eventually, your mind's going to get more abundant, because each night that you slept next to $1,000. It's going to be different for the person who slept with $0 next to them, or $20 next to them. Because when that person sleeps with $20 next to them, that person's only got abundant thoughts of $20. So the more money that you sleep with next to you, beside you, is the more money that you can basically make in the future, because money attracts money. Money attracts money. And it's always good to have this amount of money, right, than have no money at all. It actually feels really good. It feels really good to have a few $100s on you every single day in your wallet, instead of having $20 in your wallet. Because when you see $20, you think you're poor, right? So it's about changing your mindset, about thinking richer, about thinking more abundantly, so that you can eventually attract more money with your abundant thoughts. You have to think abundantly. So it's like Napoleon Hill's book. I suggest that you go read this book. It's so good. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And this guy basically teaches you the 13 steps of becoming rich or becoming successful in his book, and you have to read this book over and over and over again, because it's always got something to tell you. It's always got some ideas to tell you. And that's what Bob Proctor says. He's been reading this book for 50 years. Day by day, about 3 pages a day or whatever. But he's been reading it and he still hasn't grasped the book. So this book's really good. I hope you guys go and read it so that you can boost your success and financial aspects of your life. Meanwhile, when you are saving money but also cutting expenses so that you can boost your life quality, because sometimes you spend money where it doesn't matter. You spend money, for example, you go somewhere and you do something and you spend it on food that you don't even need, that's unhealthy for you. For example, you spend it on unhealthy experiences like alcohol, or you spend it on drugs, or you spend it on unhealthy food, or you spend it on a car that you don't even need. For example, sometimes you don't need a car at all to live. If you live in a city that has transport, why do you need a car? That car's only grabbing your money and making you more stressed in the long run. Sometimes it's better to downsize to a Proskura so that you can eventually succeed more in the long run. So you have to prioritize. What's more important? What's more important, a chocolate bar or tofu? What do you like, chocolate or tofu? Well, you can't have both. Do you want to have 70 grams of protein, plant protein for $3.50, or do you want to have some sugar with for the same price with 3 grams of protein from milk, cow's milk, which is very bad for you? So you have to choose what is correct and what is not. But you also have to learn financial IQ so that you can boost your quality of life, because the more money you have, it's been proven. If you have more money, you're going to live longer if you make the right decisions. A person who has, sometimes people who have a lot of money are actually very unhappy. So what Robert Kiyosaki says, he says that money is not the only form of success. There is also health, there is relationships, there is spirituality, there is career. There are 5 aspects of life that you need to master. You have to master yourself. You have to take control of your mind. See, if you want to have a lot of money, you have to be disciplined. You have to have self-control. How are you going to have money if you let your emotions override your spending habits? You have to get your IQ, your logic, and you have to control your emotions. That's discipline, controlling yourself to say, like Will Smith said, nah man, hey Danny, I love you too much to have that pizza. Like, that's what Will Smith says. Like, you have to love yourself enough to discipline yourself to stay away from things that's going to hurt you, so that you can eventually be more abundant in the future. There is a saying that goes around and it goes, health is wealth. And yes, health is wealth. Without health, you're nothing. Without health, you have no success. You may have all the money in the world, but if you don't have health, guess what all that money does? It can never bring your health back. Without health, money means nothing. So money is not the only form of success, but many people are chasing money and losing their health. And that's the worst thing, and the worst thing you can do to boost the quality of life, to look good, to have clear skin. This is vegan skin, by the way. This is the best cosmetic. If you ever look for the best cosmetic in life, just turn vegan, and your skin is going to look complexion perfect. So in terms of finance, listen guys, you guys need to start studying more and more about finance, real estate, every single day, finance, real estate. The more that you can learn about taxes, accounting, using other people's money, debt, financial advisors, where to spend your money. So Robert Kiyosaki goes into bonds, into mutual funds, into 401k plans, into superannuations, ETFs, all these kind of methods, and also the cryptocurrency and investing into commodities like food, landscape, into gold and silver, and water, for example, all these oils that they're selling, these are all commodities, right? So Robert Kiyosaki can help expand your mind into matters of those areas. Where to invest your money? What's so good about commodities? What's so good about cryptocurrencies? Like, he can teach you the methods that you need to help you save money in the long run, but also to become rich, and also that you can keep your money. Because many people, they win the lotto, they go gamble a lot of money, and then they get lucky once in their lifetime, and they win the jackpot of $10 million. And guess what happens in a few years? They lost all their money. They lost $10 million. Do you know why? Because they didn't have the financial IQ needed to keep that money. They got scared to keep that money. So what you have to do is you have to start slow. You have to start saving your money. You have to start, for example, saving a bit of your money every single day so that you can eventually get that more abundant mindset. But what you want to be doing is you want to be using other people's money. You want to be able to learn how to use other people's money, because that's how the rich get richer. The rich don't need money to become rich. A person who has $1 billion today, if he lost it and he had zero and he was broke, he can just go to the bank, borrow how much he needs, purchase something that gives him money back or cash flow, and suddenly he's already above 99% of the world through finances, because he knows financial IQ. He knows how to use other people's money. He knows where to invest. He knows the stock market. He knows the market caps of real estate properties in his area. He knows the financial IQ need, and he knows how to purchase a property, how to increase the net operating income on the financial property so that he can increase his cash flow, so that he can make an exit like Grant Cardone says, so that he can sell the property eventually, so that he can get that cash flow and then invest it into commodities like gold, for example, as Robert Kiyosaki does. That's what Robert Kiyosaki does. He goes and he gets his cash flow, and then he invests it in gold, and then his gold is stored around the world in vaults, in private vaults, so no one can steal it, which is amazing. But you guys have to learn more and more financial IQ so that you can become more and more rich financially. There are so many types of ways that you can become rich. You can become rich through finance. You can become rich through spirituality. You can become rich through relationships. You can become rich through health. You can become rich through communication, through skin, through the eyes, through everything in life, through your breathing. There's a quote that says, "You are as rich as much as you can breathe." So think about all those smokers who cannot breathe properly. They got emphysema, or they got really bad breathing problems. That's their richness. That's how rich they are, right? But then when you are breathing properly and you can breathe to the fullest, you are rich to the fullest through breathing. So there are much ways to become rich in terms of the richness that you can get into the world. So that is how financial IQ can help you. That is why you need financial IQ. That is how you get ahead in life. That is how you become happier as a person. Because guess what? Money amplifies who you are. Money is a tool. Money, never say I love money, right? Because the love of money is the root of all evil. But there is a myth going around that says money is the root of all evil. That is a myth. It's a myth to say money is the root of all evil. That's not true. The love of money is the root of all evil. The love, and I put emphasis on the love of money is the root of all evil. Not the money is the root of all evil, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Because there are many people out there around you right now who do not have money around them, and that rubs off on you. So when you are around those kind of people who do not have that abundance mentality, you basically absorb their mentality, and then you become a part of that community who has no abundance. So you have to get out of that community and you have to start making choices and decisions that are going to benefit you in the long run. You have to start making decisions to boost your finances somehow. So that's through what you eat. You can boost your finances right now by dropping 400 foods right now from your diet to become financially free. And you can do that because I've done it. I've dropped 400 foods in my life so that I can have more money in my life, but also look better and become vegan, for example. So that's one option that you can do. There's 400 foods right now that you can drop to save yourself money in the long run and also health. You can become vegan and have more money. You can become vegan and become more spiritual, and also you can boost your brain power like that. And you can have a longer life. You can expand your life by 10 years just by becoming vegan. That's another rich kind of way to think. Also, you can drop at least 1,000 expenses right now in your life. You can drop 1,000 expenses to boost your financial IQ or your money that's coming into you, right? Because the world outside you is trying to grab your money and you have to hoard it. You have to keep your money. You have to keep your money for longer. As Robert Kiyosaki says, he goes, you need to respect your money. Never gamble your money, ever. If you gamble your money, even if you gamble it in a game, for example, like trivia, or you wager your money in a fake kind of way, you are teaching your mind that it's okay to wager. No, never wager, even if it's like a play around, even if you lose no money at all. Never wager, because if you wager, you tell your subconscious mind it's okay to be poor. And never ever wager or gamble your money in the pokies or on poker. If you play poker, you are basically teaching your mind that you want to be poor in life, because as soon as you give $11 or $20 to play a certain game that you've never seen that money again, that is when you told your mind subconsciously that you don't deserve money. When you give your money to someone else and you lose it, if you lose your money on purpose, you're telling your mind that you don't deserve money, that you deserve to be poor. So if you have poker players around you, if you have people who play the pokies, if you have people who are doing drugs or alcohol around you, for example, and they're spending money on that, they're teaching you it's okay to be poor. And that's not the kind of people you want to be around. You want to be around people who are spending their money on the right things, on the best things in life, not on the worst things. Because if you're losing your money, because Grant Cardone says, he says, don't lose your money. That's the number one rule. He goes, the second rule is don't lose your money. He says, the third rule is earn more money, right? What are you going to do if you don't earn more money? You cannot do anything in life. What are you going to do? You cannot have a kid. You cannot go anywhere. You cannot do anything. You need money, man. Like, that's what he says. You need money, man. Who's got my money? So I highly suggest that you go and read from Grant Cardone. This guy can teach you how to sell. He can teach you real estate. He can teach you finance. He can teach you all around the world. He goes all around the world teaching seminars. Robert Kiyosaki is the same thing. The real deal. These guys are the real deal. Read from Donald Trump, man. This guy is a business person. He can teach you about money. There's a book, Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump. They got 2 books together. I highly suggest that you go and read it. Go read about tax. Go read about accounting. All from Robert Kiyosaki, who will teach you. Because if you don't, you're doomed to retire at 60 years old with a mortgage that you haven't yet paid off, and you're going to be very depressed once you see your friends all financially free and you're in debt, a lot of money, and you cannot even make ends meet because you never chose now to read Financial IQ. So I highly suggest that you straight away after this video, you go on the audible.com website and you sign up, you pay the $15 for your mindset. Look, listen, if you're not paying for your own mindset, if you're not paying for yourself to learn something in life, you're getting nowhere and you'll never go anywhere with that kind of mindset. You need to read daily. You need to invest in your mind daily. I'm being serious with you. You need to invest in yourself because that is the best investment. Robert Kiyosaki says, the best investment in life is in knowledge. He says, knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. That's all you have to know. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. He says the more financial IQ that you have in life, the more you can get rich. Financial IQ has to do with taxes, debt, real estate, all these types of investments like stock market, cryptocurrencies, mutual funds, bonds, OPM, NOI, which is net operating income from real estate, how to ask questions, how to sell yourself, how to raise your confidence, all these kind of things that you have to know from Grant Cardone and Robert Kiyosaki. These guys can make you really spiritual. And I'm just a resource. I'm just someone here telling you and pointing you in a better direction. For example, somewhere that you can go and that you can really get information to boost your financial IQ, because I've been doing that and I'm just teaching you so that I know for my own recollection later on. The more I teach you, the more I'll know. If I teach you something, I've already learnt it. More ways that you can save money is, or have more money is to, for example, be around people who are already millionaires because they got that abundance mentality, right? But if you save yourself money and you sleep with $1,000 or $2,000 next to you for the next 2-3 months, and you hold your money, right? You hold your money. I'll just do this so that you can exactly see. Right, these are hundreds and fifties. Hundreds and fifties right here. The more you can carry a few $100 or $1,000 with you around, money is energy, man. This is energy. See this? Do you see all the green around the money? Money feels good. Money is good. I value money. You have to value money, man. If you don't value money, then you're not going to be successful. If without money, you're nothing. You need money, man. That's how you have to think. You need money. Some people told Grant Cardone, he goes, you cannot succeed. He goes, you can succeed without money. That's a myth, man. You need money to succeed. You cannot succeed without money. See how Grant Cardone changes it to be able to say that you cannot succeed without money, because you cannot. You need money to succeed. You have to change your thoughts. You've been taught the wrong things with your parents, with your family, with the community around you. They've taught you how to be poor all your life. You grew up with a poor family. And look, I grew up with a poor family as well. I grew up with people who were teaching me that gambling's good, that killing yourself is good, that violence is good, that lying is good. That was my family, all doing that. So I learned to fight my parents, to fight people, to fight what their thinking is. And I went my own separate ways, believing my own separate thoughts and standing up for myself in life. My family is not vegan at all. No one in my family is vegan. I'm the first vegan of my family and generations. So I've challenged my family's thoughts on eating, right? And I've went my own separate way. I put myself in a discomfort kind of zone, because that discomfort's the best thing you can do in life. It's the most excellent way to grow. Comfort is where you have to worry. If you are remaining in one spot in life, that is when you start dying. You need to be in discomfort. So when you become vegan, when you are transitioning into vegan, it took me 51 weeks to become a vegan, just less than a year. Some people take a lot longer than that. So as I was transitioning into veganhood, I basically was in discomfort. I was in a lot of discomfort. And also I lost 47 kilos within that time. Not just 1 year. I lost 23 kilos by eating only meat alone. Just meat and Mediterranean diet kind of thing. So if you guys ever need to lose weight, just drop a comment below. I'll help you lose weight. It's no problem. But with finance, man, you guys need money. You always need money. You need money to succeed. You need money. You have to hold money. Robert Kiyosaki says, respect your money. Money is a tool. Never look at money that you hate it, that you love it. Money is not here to be hated or loved. Money is here for a transaction. That's the only thing money is here for. You only use money to transact with someone, to give someone value, to give someone energy, right? The world values money. You've been taught wrong that the world hates money, that the world loves money. Yes, some people do hate and love money, but they have the wrong idea about what money really is. Money is really energy. This $100 paper is just paper, man. It's nothing else. It's just paper, right? That's the mentality you need to have. You have to say money is just paper. It's nothing else in life. I don't love money. I don't hate money. It's just paper, man. That's the kind of mentality, abundance you need. Many people look at money and they say that they have to love it or hate it. No, you just say it's paper. It's just a tool. It's just a transaction. See, do you get how I teach you about abundance? It's just a tool. It's energy, man. You give it to someone, right? It's not your money in the first place anyway. Money is not your money, man. Money is for someone else. Never think that money is just for you. Money has to be transported. It has to keep leaving your hands. It comes in and goes. That's cash flow, all right? That's what cash flow means. You get money, you store it. You get money, you store it. You send it. Money comes to you, you send it out. You need money to keep going in and out. If money stays in one spot, the value of money goes down, all right? So if money is never leaving you, your money is doing nothing in the world. You have to keep this sumbitch keep going, right? You have to get money and you have to roll it. You have to give it. You have to give it to the best of things, not the worst of things. Make sure that you are spending your money on the best things in life instead of the worst things, because many people are using money for alcohol. They're using money to kill themselves, right? And then when they become financially rich, they have no health. So that's what you have to avoid. You have to invest your money on vegetables, on fruits. You have to invest your money on plant foods if you want to become richer in the process. Because if you are spending your money on, for example, fast food, processed food, guess what that's doing to your health? You're going to become fatter. And obviously when you become fatter, you get less confident, you get more problems, and you get less self-esteem issues. You become much more negative when you become fat as a person, because you chose to spend your money on the wrong things. That's why what you have to do is, after this video, you have to go on audible.com. I want you to get a paper right now. I want you to get a paper. Get yourself a paper. Please get yourself a paper. Get a pen or use your phone or whatever. Get something to drop this down, right? Go www.audible.com. AUDIBULE.com. Audible.com, which is an Amazon site, and go and read from Robert Kiyosaki straight up. Read his books. Also, I want you to download a certain application, and I'll actually link it on the bottom for you. It's called Spending Tracker. All right, Spending Tracker. And each time that you spend something, so you buy a Coke, for example, which I don't want you to buy a Coke, but if you buy water, for example, if you purchase, I don't even want you to purchase water. Why don't you just drink tap water, because it saves you money anyway. But if you purchase like an apple, for example, make sure that you document that you spent money on an apple, okay? You spent food, for example, food and drink, put 60 cents into food and drink. And then once you keep spending more and more money over the long term, don't go straight away nuts and start spending now to increase your spending trackers results. No, when you are spending money, just slowly, each time track it. You spend something, track it. You spend something, track it. In 1 year, in 2 years, you're going to start seeing your spending habits, and you're going to be able to cut down on certain things in your life so that you can have more money in the long run. Because when you don't know where you are spending your money, when you have no clue where you are spending your money, then you are basically doomed to never become financially free. You cannot become financially free if you don't read Financial IQ, if you don't consciously spend your money, and if you don't surround yourself with people who are millionaires. If you don't do these three things, man, and if you don't have $1,000 on you on any given day, man, if you don't have $1,000 on you to sleep on beside your bed so that you can have that rich mentality, so that you can have the mentality you need to become financially free. Because if you're sleeping on a broke mindset, if you're sleeping on $20 next to your bed each and every night, you're not gonna have an abundant mindset, man. You need to have $1,000 minimum right next to you, or even more than that. Just build your money up, for example. Like you need, man, you need to sleep with some money beside your bed. You need to take money with you everywhere you go, because each time you open your wallet, you see money in your wallets. You say, oh, I have $1,000, man. Like, that makes you feel good. It makes you feel good to say you have $1,000 in your wallet on any given day. I'll tell you right now, 50% of Australia right now doesn't have $1,000 with them on any given day. 50%, so there's 24 million people in Australia right now. 12 million Australians right now, to this day, 50% of Australia always does not have $1,000 in their wallet on any given day. And that makes you richer than them, because guess what? They put their money in the bank. All right? They put their money in the bank, right? It's not their money anymore. You never leave your money in the bank, ever. You always take it out of the bank and leave it with you. Because if you put your money in the bank, you are saying that it's not your money. You are saying it's the bank's money. No. You get your money straight away from the bank, because the bank is ripping you off. The bank is using your money to get richer. So you take your money from your bank and you put it in your household, and you put it in your wallets, and you keep that money on you. Because when it's with you, you have money. Because it's with you, it's not with someone else. When you give it to someone else, you transport this energy, or your money's energy, to someone else to keep. When you have money on you, you have more energy, man. You got more energy to do things. Money gives you energy. This gives me energy, man. Money gives me energy. When I walk, man, I walk knowing I have $1,000 in my pocket. When I walk, I know I have $1,000 on any given day. That gives me energy, bro. It gives me abundance. Not that I love or hate money. It's just paper. It's paper. It's nothing else. Right? You can rip it, you can burn it. You can invest it, you can do anything with it. You can give it to someone. Whenever you give money to someone, you're giving that person value. Remember, money is value. When you transport money, you're giving value to the world. All right? That's why people become philanthropists in life. They become philanthropists because donation is one of the best things you can do. But in order to become a philanthropist, you need your own business, man. You need to become an investor, like Robert Kiyosaki saying. You need to be in the business and investor side, not the self-employed and employee side. You don't want to be an employee all your life. You don't want to be self-employed, because self-employed people get taxed the most. They get taxed 60% of what they earn. Self-employed people are the most taxed people on earth. They own their own business and they're self-employed and they get taxed the most. Employees get taxed 40% of everything they earn. So whatever they earn, they've been already taxed. So if they earn $500 a week, they've already been taxed another $400 for what they earned. So whatever's coming into your account, if you're an employee, you've already been taxed 40% of your money before you even get your pay, right? The business side, for example, is getting taxed 20%. 20% of business owners today who have employees working for them are taxed 20%. And also, this is where Robert Kiyosaki really suggests you go, and that's the investor side. And in the investor side, you get tax breaks. So the investor side is basically you get 0% tax deducted for what you do. And the only way to get tax incentives today is to own real estate, to do things for the government. All right. If you do things for the government, if you get people from the streets and you put them into housing, you go to your local government center, your human resources center, and you tell them, look, I put 12 people or one, 2, or 16 people inside a complex, right? Please give me a tax incentive because I'm doing this for you. And they'll give you a tax incentive for a certain period of time that you can receive cash flow or have no tax on your money. And that's how you get rich, man. You help the government and you help put people from the streets into housing. But then if you want to be able to do that, you need to learn real estate. You need to learn from Grant Cardone. You need to learn from Robert Kiyosaki. And you basically need to learn real estate as soon as possible. And you need to start now. Grant Cardone says there are 4 rules to success that he would do if he was 20 years old today. Grant Cardone is 60 years old right now in 2019. He said if he was 20 years old today, the first thing he'll do is have a job. He said he'll have a job first. He'll go into sales straight away. He'll go into sales. The second thing he'll do is learn real estate. Straight up, have a job, learn real estate every single day. Just do that. He said the third thing he'll do is, I believe he said he would learn real estate kind of thing. Those are the first 2 things he'll do, right? All I'm saying is you need to learn real estate right now. You need to be able to ask yourself questions to unlock a better mind for yourself. You need to be able to see how you can get into the bank, how you can go to the real estate agency, how you can go to a landlord, for example, and search for an apartment and all that kind of thing that goes with real estate so that you can eventually own your own real estate in the long run. But look, no one's going to help you. No one's going to help you to go purchase your own real estate. You have to figure it out on your own. You have to go and experience it. You have to go to a real estate agency and you have to tell them, hey, look, I'm looking for a 16-unit apartment somewhere, a complex. Please tell me where the best deals are, right? All right, they tell you the best deals and then you go and you check out with the landlord, right? You go and you say with him, yeah, what's the problem with the property? You already know what to answer. You already know what to ask because you wrote the questions down pre-tense, right? You already wrote the answers. You wrote the questions and you just go ask him, what's the problem with the property? Has there any problems been in the past 10 years? What do I have to worry about? Is it possible to increase NOI on this property? That's how you learn real estate. That's what Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone teach you. They teach you financial IQ. That's why financial IQ is important. Financial IQ, so from this, why financial IQ? Because of this, man. Like cash flow. You need cash flow. You need more cash flow in life. And cash flow stands for transaction. That's all it is. Like I said, you never want to keep money in the bank. Never keep your money in the bank. If you keep it in the bank, it's not your money anymore. Keep your money on you, always. Always keep your money on you because if it's in the bank, you're telling the bank it's their money. You're telling yourself it's not your money. When you keep it on you, man, you always have money. But when you see it on a bank statement, or like in your online application for your bank, you see the money in your savings account. That's just numbers on a freaking bank account, man. That's just numbers, right? That's not real money. you told the bank it's their money. You're just seeing it through a phone screen. But when you see it in real life, man, it changes your life. Remember, when you're giving money to someone, it's value. Money is valuable. If you gamble money, you're saying it's not valuable. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you go make $1,000 right now somewhere and you sleep on it every single day for the next year. I promise you. And you save more. You keep saving more, but you keep also cutting expenses so that you can have more money in the long run. And become vegan. You still save a lot of money and you save a lot of life. Guys, I hope I have taught you something in this video. I hope that you guys have stayed to the end, so just like to be able to experience this video, and so that you can grasp all the content, so that you can eventually do what you want through this video. But I hope I've given you value. And guys, please get that spending tracker at the bottom. I'll put the link or the name of the application, and you can go and check it out. And also download books from Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone. Get started today and go to their seminars if they come into your area. Guys, also I've got 3003 quotes for free. You can download it and it will help motivate you, help keep you going. It will teach you some life skills I've learned in my life, and I've literally learnt it and I've applied it, and I put it into quotes, and now I'm giving it to you for free. And you just have to go on Smashwords. You have to click the link below, and you just have to go download PDF or download EPUB on your laptop, and you straight away have the quotes, and you can motivate yourself daily. There's 3003 quotes right now, but there's going to be more later. Also, I've got my book, Ultimate Road to Success, and I talk about why to quit pornography and masturbation, and also how to control your mind and use your mind, and what empathy does, and how to show gratitude and what gratitude can do for you, and also how to live in the moment and also live in your heart. In my book, Ultimate Road to Success, which you can find on Amazon and Audible. The Audible version is an audiobook. So when you go on Audible, it's actually audiobooks, only audiobooks. So I've got an audiobook, and you can get it for free. You just sign up for the free trial, you get 1 credit for free, and it's straight to your doorstep. You download the application Audible app, and you just download it on the application via Wi-Fi or via data if you have a lot of data. And the ebook's only 99 cents, so that's the most I could drop it to. But guys, I also have a podcast, which is the James Bond of Growth Nutritional Diaries, and I've got 2 episodes at the moment, and you can go check it out. And I talk about nutrition, the world of nutrition, because I truly believe that my path here on earth is to help people lose weight. And the reason being is because Tony Robbins said that he wants to feed 1 billion people in the world, which is almost reached 1 billion people he's going to feed, or was it 2 billion or something like that. And that's a great achievement. But I would like to do one better, and I would like to feed. I would not like to feed. I would like to help lose 3 billion people in the world lose 20 kilos each, because that's how many people in the world are overweight or obese. So 66% of the world right now is overweight or obese, and I would like to help 3 billion people lose 20 kilos each. So that's my task, that's my goal, and I hope that you guys can help me achieve it. With that said, please go check out my podcast, because I'm going to be giving you so much nutritional knowledge and help you save that finances so that you can have more money, baby. More money. More cash flow. More cash flow. Alright? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to my videos if you want more of this. Alright? You get my drift. You get my drift, yeah? Alright. Peace out. Ciao.